1. Go.
Ayahu apa?
Abusianfo meda obibi ase about 1 hour with monofie so nea oman yi ekono ayehu enti ade a oseme ene wo nyina ye Ghana si wo because anye ne ya ba bia Ghana ekono de ayehu ene ukita $1 wenye 15 Ghana cedis ukita €1 ubenya 17 Ghana cedis we official no but okose ugina Ghana wana also kwa kope bi atode a I don't know how much you're gonna get it. So that is something we're gonna talk and discuss about this because yeah, we're Ghana here, baby, a Ghana econo, say Star Genizil, open me for Canada, about your Bible. Why is I won't hear me? Yes, sir. Anyway, we don't hear me. Okay, that's it. And see, Abuja 4 and the baby discussing Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, why hot over some comments and actions via Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Aye, Papa as head of the economic management team, no. The way a Papa Ebeji Ghana, I the vice president, same be okay, no, any near my echo so no. Am I say Bimu ya doubt to say Papa, I say Bibia and Yaboko, Papa. In fact, the Bono regional chairman of NPP, Emma Ghana 40 assessors, we are buying a IMF. A say a DB who wouldn't me about your young teacher, my bronye.
I deny a dibu of mine in you. At least I'll call IMF, coach, let's say, minimum answer, into one woman and move mine.
IMF in sanitary.
Naga would sanitary.
And the Abronya says, we are buying a IMF. As some I will catch it and say, and I'll catch it IMF and say, my green minimum into Mumachim how you boom mine. NPP regional chairman, Abronya, Abronya, ya man, put that board so as I'm walking. No says, Ote, my Bimunase, the governance of the nation, the Munti Muni, Namo Jampeko IMF. A chere say mundi mu mai no kaya na Bawumia aso ne stadium twe Enti Dr. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na papa sometimes ne seri ultimate seri na say Tony Eduka say ne seri na say adan atemnie in the society because baby I would mind do no ene niema wona ma wo ye no enye seri asem. Vice President also per President Edi ekogina sorry dem ka kira sorry for say o be ye president a obehwe say betu ya sorry for ka o be ye president a wo say we development a sorry for eye Ghana na they seem to be more of developmental partners enti I was say yetu omaka rather than we shouldn't tax them na oto aso biem the cause so no be ye president obehwe say betu ya sorry for ka ene papa ya tene no say Asma Okana, he was just joking. Me pacho yankwe promise Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia edema sorry for abra no gina asori demo.
Then the question is church and taxes. Are we going to tax churches? My view on this is simple. In fact, that's why I say that if you share a Juma church ayeno, in fact, we should rather be paying them rather than they paying us. Unless you don't understand the work the church has done. If you're looking at the buildings, the way they try to keep the society together, the church, the universities, the hospitals, the schools, it's massive. It's just massive. Many churches have hundreds of schools. Massive. So I don't see, and I will not have a situation where we are taxing the churches. We rather want to give churches incentives to support what government is doing. I want us to be partners in the way that the development partners are with us. You are our domestic development partners, and we will give you incentives to do more. Then the question is...
And we will give you incentives to do more. These were the last words of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Na Ghana for start to say Ibisa Papa say, hey, na eba na also ba sorry for or you give them incentives na if the papa dey so. Anyway, so what when I say vice president also per president Dinia, you get the solutions are open. Papa is all kind of tell of them can you know with agro. That is the same way as I was saying, in fact, I no kind of know with Diagoro. He wasn't serious. And the question that we are about to ask is, and same baby, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kind of Ghana no. In fact, the one pa na papa yankasa jitum say, oh, you serious? Because I can't say baby, I have arrested the dollar and given the keys to IGP. And him say, no close, no Diagoro. And same baby, papa yaka. So to the sense. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, "Oh no, when who say Ghana ye minor ye team no, adwuma sem e problem ama team emofo. enti se nyame na kwanya na ono be the next president of Ghana or the policy be for 24 hours economic policy baba na o de aboa ama timamufo anya adwuma ya ono ne de enya agoro na odi Bawumia ti ya na Bawumia suma no the regional chairman minister say masa ko na jo mama the 24 hours economy ne ba na say boys ni nya adwuma ye adwuma ye be kwa ba na ye yere nom de amanfo de omoko ebi asma make an njindi yem kwene nkwoti regional minister so.
And the vice president is saying that he understands the region. He says this 24-hour economy. Hey, my brothers, when we work in our farms and we are tired in the night, we have to sleep with our wives. So we have to be with our wives. So in the night, you want us also to go and be farming, and then people will come and take our wives away. Hey, now we have to be careful about this 24-hour thing.
Enti suma Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de suma the regional minister say on fan koma Ghana for say 24 hours economy ne ba on be kwa fuma ba na yere nom the boys na for mo. Enti because of that enti my 24 hours economic policy no I say
We are going to start with a clean slate in 2025. And that is why in 2025, we are going to grant a tax amnesty to all businesses and individuals and start afresh. All businesses and individuals will have a tax amnesty and we will start afresh.
Pacho ase mo Bawumia kan mi pacho na e ka agudi ni ho ana say we dey serious one pacho wa ohwe mo betimi do comment abana ma hwe Bawumia say ono be president from 2025 businesses and individuals are going to be into your tax you best start afresh into tax or be president minimum time ko na sa amnesty ni be hye also be training in will be into your tax you about into the time you better so now tax we a business we individual won't your tax ya say about we can go di no and say we a serious one be I don't even know wow him no you could actually tell me say we a serious one no say we can go no be o I don't actually know now when I am come on see why say be say Bawumia say doctor look at the PhD in economics. Now say in fact, although Baba Ghana economy nation, my Ghana economy no, I did in fact Ghana city according to the Nado no, I hata until Baba Jesse ho. Now say depreciation started say exchange currency a dear pan this a problem neba. E pacho me misa say or say when you play propaganda, but chire say you play propaganda na we. They say na buy na acid tracking so, but still the currency no. Say $1 now be found $1 is to 3.4 and then $1 to 15 cedis. And this whenever you see this kind of things, of course, what pacho DA and the deba, what are the some of the indices are waiting day and measure sani maniamano. Pacho yenko judging.
Currencies depreciate when the fundamentals are wrong.
Right.
And the mismanagement of this economy in terms of the fundamentals is what was driving the depreciation of the currency. You can't be running double-digit deficits, double-digit current account and fiscal deficits, borrowing to this extent, financing your deficit with huge printing of money from the central bank, and expect your currency to be stable. The fundamentals will not support it. Currencies depreciate when the fundamentals are wrong.
Right.
And the mismanagement of this economy in terms of the fundamentals is what was driving the depreciation of the currency. You can't be running double-digit deficits, double-digit current account and fiscal deficits, borrowing to this extent, financing your deficit with huge printing of money from the central bank, and expect your currency to be stable. The fundamentals will not support.
But so what the answers no? It seems like Mahmoud Bawumia had the asset no kwena papa can we nye jokes ni bia. He was actually telling us the truth. Say, Sanya manema Mahmoud Bawumia had all these answers. He had all the answers already before becoming the president. Now sometimes and I've been wondering, Papa agree and all see when the team be What's Ghana nyina only nimbi. What is actually the problem? What is actually the problem? Mahmoud Bawumia ma all these lectures nin sama kesi we nyina Ghana fo nya ni da so say papa be president in fact kwai what obeje Ghana economy si ho de obetimi aye na papa be president pa ebisa say doctor na Ghana fo currency ekoyi a wo so mesi toilet amamo na yenko bisa abrewa tete no sa asam kire mo so a yebisa abrewa pa cho so we Ghana ni sa asam na what bi da sa asam bi a kire so a yebisa abrewa na ma the answers to nema your question tie ngo bisa abrewa sa abrewa Mahmoud Bawumia say na the economy no wonka ho na obesi toilet amaye na yebisa say office die na ha Bawumia ntina sa asem na wo ka
Bawumia say obesi toilet ama Ghana for
ya ndidi a ya be da ne ane ya ko cha ya da ya ma no na yiri poto ma ne nu ni fulano na etu ni ya mo no nti no hweti e hweti ko ya de ya muntu
no ka
no na poto ni ya ma ya mpe no asamo no
ene ma ni yam tundra be toilet
ya de ya
toilet
ya ndidi na ya be hini ya kwani be ni moja
mama so obema ya run 24 hours economy and this an abribia ya business ka be ba fie
me na me tiro ka be ba fie o ti kwa o ye boja be de na o ya ka no wadi o si tiapi ya de ai bu kokulu tiapi
ayo yakobi sa abrewa na Ghana merwa bi yeso ayo o se Mahmoud Bawumia yere asomane no pa cho ni ade kuntu akasa se wonim se Samira Bawumia fulani fonso de Ghana ase nim se na ntwi no moka nti abrewa se o ye sure se na ntwi no fusu ne de ma Bawumia no ma no pa ase na enkoyie hey Ghana ya ye mobododo Ghana ya ye mobododo ya tisika so come there Ghana ya ye mobododo countryman songo na do so na Bawumia bebreki 8 ba cha wa hwe nkire ho ne se den
ya be se samo firi ho president ni no wadi ni 8 years ebi o wadi ni 8 years ebi enti no okika ne nsem saa no na sika mpedidi onimze woni chance bia bi okọ sika mpedidi some more person to ask must see 8 years to break. You will break it and we shall see. How can you people sit in this country for people to, fool us? Think that we are just stupid people and they just don't respect us. Any stupid decisions via then they yeah, that's a some for you. President ni no wadi ni 8 years ebi o. Wadi ni 8 years ebi enti no kika ne nsem saa no. Na sika mpedidi onimze woni chance bia bi okọ sika mpedidi some more person to ask must see 8 years to break. You will break it and we shall see. How can you people
you break the 8 and we shall see countryman songo as more than NPP before no so president sika mpedidi you beche sika pedidi ampa. All right, we have a program here 1 hour with Munufie na midi any William Munufie amankona na ene ye jigana si ho. The topic for today is say Pacho Samo kai say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say Ghana for first year na mano enti onama nasama waka na first year na mame na Mahmoud Bawumia ko tachiman and then something happened very very happened something very very surprising happened. Let me choose my words very, very carefully. One of the things that happened here as a shocking Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, one, AST and a magazine for the man. He was surprised. All kono, only the current minister of local government, and a minister, Mahmoud Bawumia in fact, Emma Techima for this year. I share Mahmoud Bawumia answer. Minister, I double up as Techimai South Member of Parliament. Ebacho, me the minister ebe to swatch your friend Martin a James Kosa. The current local government minister on one double up saying Techimai South Member of Parliament. On Mahmoud Bawumia and a call magazine MADCA magazine for years and the share Bawumia. This man was there. Very, very nice man. He was there. On one arranges I see and say Mahmoud Bawumia no. Ebiem Mahmoud Bawumia say pen was a mama Martin James Akos yasa organize. Nipa say Mahmoud Bawumia ko kasa nchira na wa question bia no. Bi say Mahmoud Bawumia question. Na eho that is the second surprise e buy. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eko kan nsem na abaya bi bisa Mahmoud Bawumia question. E pa cho question me so say what da. Na yen ko nsem ko pesa particular video no. Ye wi am do beto aso.
So we have to follow people who have vision. We don't have to follow people who think in terms of impossibilities. We think in terms of possibilities. When my opponent was in government, he abolished the nursing training allowances. And we said, we will restore the nursing training allowances, and we have restored the nursing training allowances. Can you trust my opponent with nursing training allowances? You cannot.
Ubodi Nawabo school. Then you ask your question. Then we go 4 questions, and His Excellency is ready to answer all your questions.
My name is Abdulalim Jaria, a nursing student from Techima Nkobo NMTC. The question I want to ask is, when are we getting Alawa? Since I started my school, since first year, I've not gotten Alawa until now, and I'm in my last semester now. And some of us are not being able to pay our school fees. Next week like this, we'll be writing our exams. Those who who will not be able to pay their fees will be sacked. They wouldn't be allowed to write exams. So if the Alawa were given to us, they would have been able to pay their fees. So my question is, when are we getting Alawa?
Thank you. Question I know what to say, man. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, these are the questions from the youth of Bono East region. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those questions. I think the first question had to do with when we are getting Alawa for our district. So I think that is a question I will take to the Ministry of Finance. I wasn't sure of where you were with your Alawa, but I think that I will check with the Ministry of Finance immediately I return, and I will make sure that they pay you your Alawa if it has not been paid. I will push it. I'll push it.
This was the second shock Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the team. Inya Otachiman. In fact, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Mumpen was a true challenge. Say, can you trust John Mama? Because John Mama be cancel teachers and nurses training allowance. Na onu Mumbai na wabe restore. Ena emaya na school for nba kubisa and say, Mr. Vice President, I also President Edi. Oba Atachima yedisi ya na mau. Se wenya, yate. Ose wa restore nurses and teachers training allowance. Me, makwa nursing school, me final year, me final service semester muna me way. Menje alawada. That means 3 years I'm a course kunu menje alawada. Na alawa be yansem na wokan. Eho na the Vice President also Ope President Edi say okwa Accra. Obebi sa Minister of Finance. Na omomotu alawa do no nim si yentua. Eho na yewura Martin James Akosa oda Minister of Local Government. Eka Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. That was the second shock. The pacho made the water was beam. Then the third shock, and after the third shock, something very, very funny happened. That is why I'm able to do the case to bring you all the info. Because I don't want to, sometimes on this particular program, I don't usually do all those kind of things. So I do things. The third shock, Mahmoud Bawumia, when he walked across the streets of Techima and saw Jeffans, look who say, poster ebohono. Minister of Local Government, any John Mama posters and about around, but rather no Minister of Local Government no Mahmoud Bawumia pictures na what Techima. Pacho, what I say? I mean, go back. Maybe you understand what I'm trying to mean very well. Papaya or the screen, see, the member of parliament for Techimai South, your friend Honorable Martin Ajay Sakosa, or no, and a minister of local government or NPP ni, or NDC ni. Or no mum, and a lady Mahmoud Bawumia campaigner or the court Techimaya problems with in But when Mahmoud Bawumia got on the streets of Techiman, which is Techimai South, to his surprise, he saw the posters of this man, Honorable Martin Ejemisa Kosa, any John Dramani Mama Mum, say, Yato Bama Jo Mama ha, Yentoma ono. Wafa Mahmoud Bawumia antare home. But what I say, meaning what I say, one I say, yeah, you have the option to either call on the number I ask and ask you can comment. I'll explain this further. That is why I've taken my time to do these explanations. Send a bear wow him no better say. And the posters are around in Techiman South and they say, Otoma Martin James Kosa, Toma John the Many Mama. I don't know the meaning. Ebiana. Sorry, but I'll come back very, very soon, please. Give me some short time. Sometimes these technical challenges do happen. I think these days I need to fix a lot of things behind the scene because it occurs frequently. But I'm fine. So moving on, Babi and I can say when Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia he was shocked to see posters are honorable. A minister of local government, any Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, but rather no, one John the man mama. Meaning say the meaning Kujo they are either preaching skirt and blouse, or he doesn't even have faith in Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to win the presidency. So he believes that without Obama John Mama may as member of parliament and that is something that NPP members of parliament did this or more. Oman will say Mahmoud Bawumia ain't me when yabano, so the rather will be protecting the seat. In his tie be or the be protecting the seat, or they protect it. And this particular one shocked Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, if I show you a video, now my explanation be Emraso. Video ya mi ade bi call so video no na menim se wo hu ye de a on the stage Mahmoud Bawumia gina ho no this local government minister was signed double up yet Techima South MP eko gina ho bi Bawumia security guard e be twin free stage no so in fact o be pushing out one push on nko o pushi I was say I was say mo ma me go back be na me go back we hu ade kura me hu ye no. In fact, Opushi on it, the Bono East Regional NPP chairman, enyina every stage in so pa cho mama san fa nko back na hwe ade video no how about Bawumia bodyguard abe saw a minister of state was saying touch my South MP I pin free stage and say hey madam for person chere say dey o ya beto kroma ba one mama na ekuruzi wa for Bawumia kan and this has actually generated a lot of controversies Bono East nyina. So that is something we're going to discuss today. This particular incident that happened here no I say the minister now MP no any regional chairman of NPP if any chairman IB they were shocked because they didn't expect say crowd no more on stage say Bawumia Bawumia no they have to pull them off. In fact I hear a video now was a bodyguard no saw the back of their trousers and then pull them out of the stage. Let me just take you back again then maybe you can actually see what I saw in that particular video. So what you bet me out here bona you see a video ni biba mo wahwe epacho yenko back ni how he got the two of them and then pull them back. And when you see the video stage, you know, and then the bodyguard of the vice president hold the two minister and deputy minister and out of the stage. Say, hey, madam, forget out. Imagine say we a minister, and now we a Bono East regional chairman of NPP. Now a whole leader of your party, Abaho, when I was saying double up get MP of that same place. Na yet me puli pion to twene te say akoko bi na e ba twa unse yenim was sempa na se me do to video no so a ubo say camera ne say ko capture the two of them were arguing with the security guard of the vice president and omobufu here then they even went out se me do to video no so that is what actually happened and where there a lot of problems abe pie Bono East who I was say Mahmoud Bawumia was say Bono East ahwe ana emfa no Mfama Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewo. And I don't know, sometimes I've been asking myself, say Bawumia ekofia, Samira Bawumia, in fact, dia asem poti no catch the Bawumia. E dia asem na Samira Bawumia, it me catch the nukuno. Because ukunu na wako round no. While you could see from the ground, say ukunu no enye popular. You could see that. Rebecca, I see they were standing on Bawumia's left hand side. Yeah. Puli off. Because the way now, that was very, very surprising. And that surprised this one because Martin and IB are very popular in Bono East. In fact, if I'm telling you say they are not popular, I'm lying. They are very, very popular. Because Bono East are Honorable Martin James course and so I don't want to say MPR. MP I say, oh, Scott. So he's pulling the people. But for him to be kicked out like this, you know, in fact, a problem. So the whole time Mahmoud Bawumia called Bono East, you know, I'm farmer Mahmoud Bawumia. And he has actually seen, say, I don't know, I go on a bear diamano. Na mpanyifo the baby baby to dwam say ukodwam yenu a ena hu ne eba. Na se baabi Mahmoud Bawumia any promise or the promise Ghana for any baabi say papa you now so president edi na just ye kwa base school for na school for no abechie no na ye bebisa na question kra papa intimi ma answer there it means president na papa also pedi no ebe and that is the reason why countryman so go say na do the the president awie enti na on na number okay ka say sika mpedi de na se for no na say na do any what is on the ground kasazim no kan ko jai
yeah that's some free o president ni no wadi ni 8 years e bi o wadi ni 8 years e bi enti no okika ne nsem saa no na sika mpedi onim ze woni chance bia bi okọ sika mpedi some more person mo to aso mo say 8 years to break you will break it and we shall see. How can you people sit in this country for people to fool us, think that we are just stupid people and they just don't respect us? Any stupid decisions then they put.
Sabe countryman so go foot to them NPP for no. Say na do they were 8 away. Na mo amuso be break the 8 no. Mo na more problem no. Eye mo na afutu we e come because you people have the problem because breaking the 8 na mo kan no. You need 80 kron ba be break. Ye be pick economic indices at Mahmoud Bawumia ba or the two akonwa so or the two pono so e ma Ghana for ehu ye. In fact, me rich came any update on the nurses alawa because Mahmoud Bawumia so kwa Accra or the obibisa Minister of Finance. Na obisa say edi enti na nurses alawa no yentua e. Me pa cho ebia na wante sa asem na Mahmoud Bawumia kan na. Let's go and ask Mahmoud Bawumia say nurses and teachers training allowance no. Da ben ene beba. Ebia na menua rich K ubenya answer na free Mahmoud Bawumia ho.
So we have to follow people who have vision. We don't have to follow people who think in terms of impossibilities. We think in terms of possibilities. When my opponent was in government, he abolished the nursing training allowances. And we said, we will restore the nursing training allowances, and we have restored the nursing training allowances. Can you trust my opponent with nursing training allowances? You cannot. Ubodi Nawabo school. Then you ask your question, then we go 4 questions, and His Excellency is ready to answer all your questions.
My name is Abdulalim Jaria, an nursing student from Techima Nkobo NMTC. The question I want to ask is, when are we getting alawa? Since I started my school, since first year, I've not gotten alawa until now, and I'm in my last semester now. And some of us are not being able to pay our school fees. Next week like this, we'll be writing our exams. Those who who will not be able to pay their fees will be sacked. They wouldn't be allowed to write exams. So if the alawa were given to us, they would have been able to pay their fees. So my question is, when are we getting alawa?
Thank you. Question I know what to say. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, these are the questions from the youth of Bono East region. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those questions. I think the first question had to do with when we are getting alawa for our this thing. So I think that is a question I will take to the Ministry of Finance. I wasn't sure of where you were with your alawa, but I think that I will check with the Ministry of Finance immediately I return, and I will make sure that they pay you your alawa if it has not been paid. I will push it.
Education should never be handled as a matter of expediency. That is dangerous. You must make the right decisions because education is about the future. All of you sitting here, young people, it's about your future. But I need to emphasize that we never scrapped the allowance. We never took anybody's money from them. all those who were receiving the allowance received them till they ended. So the people who came on air radio station saying, because of my allowance, I cannot pay my fees, they were lying. And I was saddened by that young people could do that. Because nobody took their money from them. We gave them the loan that was about twice what they were getting as allowance, because we thought they needed education. Should
all right. And this debate about cancellation of Alawano, is something I think that we need to relook at the whole situation, because Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, any NPP for position, they say John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, Abraham Wab Abaymono, cancel Alawa, which is nurses and teachers training Alawa. Professor Nana Jane, the current running mate of John Dramani Mahama, Nyankopo Makonya, also be the vice president of Ghana, the first female vice president of Ghana, say they did not scrap Alawa, but rather they replaced the Alawa with loans. What we say, tertiary education, you need to take loans, and then after your school, you repay the loan. And this Alawan ASF 400 cedis with loan, you could actually get about 800 or 1,000, which is twice of the amount you're getting as a loan, as a Alawa. And the NDC, according to Professor Nana Jane, they thought it wise. They say, okay, say nurses and teachers training a degree and diploma that then we should rather move them from Alawa to loan. Now you use Alawa and find expansion. Send a school now. This was the policy of John Dramani Mahama. And I don't know which of these two do you think is the best. Sometimes as a nation, we need to relook at issues and then understand it to the pointer about what team we need. And your politics in quantity time play. One thing, Professor Eka Ohamaniji and say, NPP seems to be using the youth, the young people. Or see how partners say NPP using young people to tell lies against John Dramani Mahama Abayeno. And then being a young person, as a youthful person, who future should be your focus. But rather than you recite to politics, normal politicians, are you see? And then meanwhile, these nurses were the same people. They were dancing to Nanado. Say Omababe to John Mama because John Mama's were cancelled Alawa. Meanwhile, moving you from Alawa to loan, and then now we near Alawa. And I said here we are commenting. We are school 3 years in there is no job for you. We are school 3 years in you've never been posted. 2 in the hand and kaupe. Abaya or the Alawano. Ebamwako loan. Now we are what you know. You say Alawana. They're building more infrastructure. Now we are school 1 year Jumaye. And then you have more Alawa. Now only bond to be at the we are school. Which of these two do you want? Ni ebema loan now they develop and then the promises of bema wala wana hwe amba de he na ope I won't say to say na mekano nation building enyam kwala adwuma ene enye to say otina se na okeken kansensen bia to say na Mahmoud Bawumia thought to say it was very easy to become the vice president and of that matter no, a president of the land. Because when he started saying say when you play propaganda with the economy, the exchange rate will expose you. And then obey a president we know who said that be agoron emfa. Then he started to sing another song. Song no the Ghana for mupeo, samumpeo, Mahmoud Bawumia so wakanwie because that is one thing he said it. Say when you play propaganda with the economy, the exchange rate will expose you. Obey a president we a pa. Or say when exchange rate is going up, a warped logic. Sometimes we don't have to let politicians insult us from all angles. Say, oh yes, and more politicians and ensign Fatima Mufoni serious. Because someone was a dream eha. Now, say, more politicians and serious are. Or the serious policies and serious programs and that is something a Ghana I say yeah like enti Mahmoud Bawumia na Ghana okasa say na Ghana for Mahmoud Bawumia sama wakano
Kapıda it kaptı, kattı kaptı, kaptı kattı. Kız kıspasa kıspa, kız uçpasa kıspa. Ümit tübüttü tüttü, tübüttü tütüp bitti. Kusi kusiге kusi көрсетті. Kusi kusiге неше kusi көрсетті. Kusinin kusiге көрсеткен кусиі 5. 10 бөгелекке 10 көбелек келіп қонды. 10 бөгелек 10 бөлек, 10 көбелек 10 бөлек кетті. Аба табдырағыш па, аба қабдырағыш па.
Say Mahmoud Bawumia kasa. Okasa on tewe because papa back to my general cancer be brave we are watching obesa ba kan say asama o kan kwa no boa. Na ya agro no didi. Enti ene Mahmoud Bawumia kasa again ni bi ante. And that is the very difficult situation that papa I didn't know question. So Mahmoud Bawumia seems to be very hot for now. He's in the hottest soup. Because a quarter round nation in there will say emfa. Now politics, elections, and the governance, adeba could be a mini monsieur who say we rely on Regina, but to be quite yow. Be quite yow style be. It is a Mahmoud Bawumia being say the focus on him becoming the next president is to Reagan what they are. Reagan, I am fat. Chama. Okay, I'm a doctor. Opa pestai for be the very near, but then yes, I there. So, qua batum pana being so quick, we embark in the emfa. Because I never be a gun of why be near do no. We am could no back just the be and to amount. Who call around the Ghana, I said, well, Saman for Jewswa, a month for Jewswa, because as a vice president, I just a Kobasi school for, they have a chill up. Na school for that side 10 almost say bisa question to my answer there. It means you should know something about now kono. It will be very very difficult for you. In the NPP for some the techniques you know very near, but I'm tempted to think say it true. Millicent so pass more. Bawumia say na opesa ohe. Millicent. Bawumia odi asare na opesa Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. In fact, ojina simpie so na ye bon nwoma. O awnyom no nam ha na Mahmoud Bawumia nam ha. Utim se papa yi menim se mame nka manu ntum ahwe menya asem. Because wanye careful ba bi e de Ghana eko no. O nam ho saa na dakoro wanya asem na wunim se wanya asem. Because asa papa yi esa e o Ghana ho. Ene nwoma e bo ene ba bi a papa yi asa ne nam no. Millicent, you see, Jay, see, I just said as a member. I heard no be a can't say be a papa, I say be an onum BB. By be as I now on no way because I allergy dear. I dare mean say Kremudi and ye be a Kremuya very, very gentleman. Now, just a Mahmoud Bawumia, Kremuya, or ye, and mean say. A Kremu Kayo, so American Muslim, Mohammed Sadiq, many American Fennis Sadiq, or Kremu Minim say, or Sadiq Kremu, we are no American Muslim. Mahmoud Bawumia go jina so dem kan se bi pa che ngone ngwe asem ko dem bi say Kremu ni pa de kan se mu ya na se we dey.
All believe in the same God, the God of Abraham, the God of Moses, the God of Noah, the God of David. We all believe in the virgin birth of Jesus Christ. That miracle of virgin birth of Jesus Christ. Jesus performed so many miracles. He raised people from the dead. He restored sight to the blind. He cured lepers. We all believe that. But most important, that most people don't focus on, most important, is that we all believe that before the end of the world, Jesus Christ would come back to earth and save the world from the Antichrist. We all believe that. And so, if you are a Muslim and you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you cannot be a true Muslim.
The last words here, Papa, you see, these are my consent. Or say, we all believe that Jesus Christ will come back from heaven to earth to save the world. And if you are not a believer in Jesus Christ coming back, you are an antichrist. And so we a Muslim, no one believes then you are not a true Muslim. If I want with the choice of words, Papa, you can't be an antichrist and as an antichrist. It's somebody who doesn't believe in Jesus Christ, or somebody who is anti-Jesus Christ, or somebody who does not. I don't know if I just be aware of what different definition of antichrist you can give it to me. But when a Muslim eko gina sorry dem eje microphone e catch the Christians say we are Muslim na wan Jesus Christ ba asase so biem abaji nipa akosoro but rather wan kase Muhammad o na say we are not a true Muslim and you are an anti-Christ. I don't even know the position of this man. To be honest, I'm not saying I'm not playing religious cards here, but I don't know the true position of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I don't know. Me ubi samia minti minchere. Because matana zunguda and I know how Muslims ekasa. But these particular comments by the current vice president that was a Muslim no, I don't see them as Muslim speech. That is something I think that we need to talk about. But any serious thing behind it. But that is how I see me who say as someone can a Muslim they can say something David. I see it like to say ubi o preaching. In fact, kwakubon sam krano and kasa some papa kan. And over the years, Mahmoud Bawumia is found of making a lot of these kind of comments. I was sorry them. So promise no kwejina sorry them kasi be ma asori for sikano asofo and asori say a state no be president e be to your. In fact, he said it I was sorry them. Okay, was sorry them. And not situations say be upper president didn't no he's fond of doing that. Patama papa can say Ghana you build the concrete rules no. In fact, he actually said it I was sorry them. No you sorry them in making those kind of promises no. And for a whole vice president, so good you sorry them sometimes I don't even understand it. So any panel so man be president that ebe hard being kakra. Meaning Rich K was he's playing the game of numbers. Of course, this is not the game of numbers because this kind of particular game there is so dangerous game. Say, untimi nko jina sorry them enko da Christopher. That is something I want you careful. Politics, your name be more why you agro. Religion, eka in fact, politics need religion. What did you might create a lot of problems in the society. And that is something I think say the handlers of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia should be careful and should warn him on that. Because the style now they con is something I foresee say when he Ghana no or be a problem along the point. But I say papa ko gina so them look to Bible verse in the so or we never ban a fan dream or whatever, I don't even know. Ko gina so them me ko two Bible quotations iti. And we are Muslim and nobody forces you to become a Christian. He actually said it no or yakora no a Christian. Into any or shifty here. You know, his position, I don't actually see the position of anyway, I'm funny politicians in our Ghana and the way some of them behave, you know, when they seek power from you, you know. Because building a nation that we have and that's a nation that we want, you know, there are some things where we don't even joke with it. It is a Mahmoud Bawumia and I say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the vice president of the land. Then he turns away and tells them, so I was just joking. The question is, a serious one. And which ones were your jokes? You need to tell us because the face now the cancer, there was nothing like joke in that particular face of the cancer. In fact, he was very, very serious. Ghana no why a Bank of Ghana, Sikano Ghana, so there's no need to go and borrow. Why a Bank of Ghana, Sikano ho, and yes, a Bobosia. Obey a vice president as the head of the economic management team. No, Ghana bromosia cha banibia. And that particular comment, NMA Yamame Esla Usuka say, see the Bosia bon kwan here, Jumadia, and in about 8 years, my president. But and Esla Usu, that kind of comments no making, and I don't know say if she still stand by those kind of comments, and I say, what's the position there? I don't even know. Now, they take her and then Yedibeja, I want to say Ghana no, mine Ghana enye ebusuan kubi nkwadia. Enti se wo pese Ghana e develop there. You should be serious. Wow, kukurumutini kita you should be serious by yourself. And then use that kukurumutini a seriousness and on the make you or make your present and your future now to choose serious leaders. And your leader obejina ho be kan asema o se oboa. Because Mahmoud Bawumia be catch them and say, "Oh no, be president that we will reset the bottom. No, be into our tax up. That is a fact. Me just have a pan in the. I was asking because in same be Mahmoud Bawumia can Ghana. I in fact I knew Juma. And same be me can say me boss one yet na. And same be almost so for a whole vice president to tell me say, "Oh no, the vice president so no ye to tax import duties egu adwuma." Oni hwe ka ho ba ono be president dia obeti import duty so e levy e tua double tax e levy ka ho ono se so ono be president obe e levy from yet he is the current vice president. But the question will be say if Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia believes say ono na ado adwen mu no enya adwen a lot of things wa e dey ntina won tima resign from the vice president or that so here no, what is preventing him from doing that? Of course you could decide say okay, ebia adwene kita me school na makona ne nema na momo ye no me ne mo nya adwene ti matweme ho, and nobody can pull a gun on you to say hey you can't go. But what ho na o vice president and yet nation be bia tetia pansam no wa be pick dollar from 1 is to 3.4 and I do 15 cedis, and you are still there say with the president on form say behind the economy but do ba say be digitalization that man can say some Ghana for. Now, whilst becoming the vice president, before 2016, when did you start to talk about digitalization? There was no mention of digitalization in your speech. Nowhere. I could never recount anywhere Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ejinaka digitalization before becoming the vice president. Who be that? Who be that? But say now be catch say what the president am for one must say be economy asem but do for digitalization there. In fact, doctor, I'm very disappointed in you. Very, very disappointed in you. And if nobody is telling you, and then me hear when I can just say, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, me disappointed in you because I'm a PhD in economics in Kitano. Me ya doubt to say nyewa. Me so Canada na okase na Canada. We cleaning and na we school no. Maybe you went there as a cleaner, but you did not go there as a student. In the certificate in Kitano, I just say give him. Sometimes just say politicians when they present their certificates, we need to take it and then reassess it very well because Niamana more no anyone is actually on the ground on enye hopes ya do ya catch say IMF Eddie Mahmoud Bawumia ko Zimbabwe, and whilst there no Zimbabwe for how to use wheelbarrow to go and buy bread, and it is true. Zimbabwe for currency. Say to the sense, Zimbabweans were buying bread with $1 million Zimbabwean dollar. If I just say, and at a point in Zimbabwe for how to drive Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia away. If I just say, me hunam de achiraba. Ebiana and seven buha can you might think Sabia a trobin yikato Mahmoud Bawumia so. But it didn't call Zimbabwe, no. Zimbabwe for who say he hear Mahmoud Bawumia, so they have to tell him, say, my friend, go away. We don't need you here because Oba and Wabe say your currency. And that is a fact. May first mean just particular publications now. Maybe to say American, I don't want to be in the position say American be not somebody will think say ABI some Americano and yet as I'm no credit in America. Made the publications from Ghana web meet me be Peace FM so that chilawa. Ube who say when Mahmoud Bawumia echoes Zimbabwe no Zimbabwe for epamono. I can't say masa. Now we be able say bebo my economy no enyina na so na wo de oba here bebo the economy na be do no masa wo style we dey here wo how. Say start with Kwana or there, Madam for then go back to your Ghana. Obedu Ghana for the Wabe and Zimbabwe disowned Bawumia as economic advisor. I'm so here now. And this was Ghana Web's publication. Ghana Web publication, no. If I just want to say the media. And I could actually even get maybe Peace FM also on this kind of same topic. But that is the idea of the screen is only something you need to check. And hope seeing so asking us to be my country say Zimbabwe for Epam Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And Papa will be general say and now on the new economy once in the by digitalization. So when we be assembly free ba. asɛm no ɔhyɛ aseɛ dadada sɛ nka Ghanafoɔ hu sɛ kae akwa wei na ara sɛ de Allah ɔyɛ 419 ba Ghanafoɔ hu ɛna mo face papa yi ɛnɛ enti abusafo program 1 hour with Munufie medin any William Munufie amankona. I stream Monday to Fridays 5 p.m. Ghana time every day. Weekends I do come, but weekends the Yana is not actually on my schedule. But if I have free time, I just come. And say, "Nene da o me about Chobit my live on YouTube, Samsung live on Facebook, 1 hour with Munufi." Until you can actually go and then follow, or you can subscribe to all of our channels. Sometimes Kwache Frederick so joining me or friends, but then Fred and Timmy joining me. And then what about programs to be now? But you, always Roya, you were part of the game. Kwadwo from Pon, you're also part of the game. Minya Idikwate, Minimso Baba. Why are they? Sounds like Angel Voice. I think that today is my first day of getting you on my show. Until I have not actually, or maybe I have not taken note of that. Sounds like Minya Rich King, so also I think that the first day I may know Asia. Millicent, these are my good customers. I know man the program boom. And he said, and then that this year, Cynthia Clotte. You're also part of the game. Angel Voice. Yeah, Angel Voice, you've actually done well. But your only rich key, Mama, this is Yama Rebecca, also of France. But your France book there. France program, no, you about Untino, Momwa, Montpellier. NDC 4 in the conference next month, 22nd. William Cap, you're also part of the game. Kujo Fiti, you're also part of the game. Adidas Rubble, also you like the program. Many Amedase, we have a there. The Nyamiasi. Ntiwa mantima modi Edward Bafo. Most of you DNB have been to me Montimo Fanchame. I stream 1 hour. Enti 1 hour no aso. Ya mbesi ha. Na so person contact me a number na it will screen as no. You could actually also contact me. Then I brought up this particular year. I designed a 24 hours economy. Entire day shoes and other things are all tone. About your website, healthsupply.com. It's actually on our screen. Intinema, in a designer all tone bina made that to screen or so no. You could let's help him because I think that these were nice designs. And I'm so born said the website is healthsupply.com. Website also in so healthsupply.com. You could actually get a lot of things: water bottles, candles, tote bags, t-shirts, shoes, a lot of things. Anyway, designing team. If I show my website is now to be informed more in and the same way I'll be the process and Aquacoboa NDC or Ghana coming this election. And see, me da obi a unya mre na onu metana enebia na me da wase. Medin any William Munufie amankona. Na senia enyomtofo no ese no nea oman yi kɔ no de. In fact, ayehu pa. Me da obi bia ase. Bye bye. Nyame ya adoma ibeshi ya wochina.
Ayehu apa.